Chesler. I'm an interdisciplinary artist from Seattle, Washington. The title of this show is Untamed, The Anatomy of Desire. And I titled it that because my work is really wild and has a life of its own. And I think that when people walk into this space, they have this moment where at first they don't pick up on all the little nuances of sexuality. And then as they look at the work closer and closer, they start to see all the little body parts or moments that are a little bit sexy. The installation aspect became something that I was fixated on when I really became interested in focusing on the viewer's experience of the work. Where is the work represented to the body when I install it? Is it at your face? Is it at your knees? Is there light, or what's the texture? Is there something moving? Does it smell? I'm always thinking about all the senses and how I can activate them to help me give the audience these little triggers to kind of lead them to that feeling that I'm trying to recreate. So the piece behind me with the green neon is called Squirm. And that piece in particular is about capturing this idea of sweetness or fondness to a person, an individual, or a memory or an experience that you have with someone, and how over time and your experiences with them, how that can deteriorate and turn into repugnance and kind of disgust. But as a whole, it's also really sexual. And so it's kind of putting your head in between these two fleshy blobs that seem almost vaginal at the same time. I've had a lot of people ask me about the piece Tickle. There's moments that are familiar to us in the sense of our childhood, this sense of innocence, but at the same time, when you look really closely, there's these hands kind of reaching out towards you. And I feel like for a lot of people that's eerie and a little off-putting. The piece is about those feelings of innocence or discomfort in moments of pleasure, where we question whether we like something or why we like it, or almost shame ourselves because we like it. The piece on the floor is titled Tit Tasty, and it's inspired from the idea of carnivorous plants and this concept of dangerous desire or lust. So being attracted to something that could potentially hurt you. And so as you look at the piece, you see a lot of the little elements. You might see the breasts, you might see the little teeth, and all those things are meant to draw you in closer and closer. And because it's on the floor, you kind of have to hover and crouch down. I was really trying to play with the audience's experience of looking at the piece, where they have to get close and almost put themselves in this vulnerable position where they're bent over and looking at it, only to realize that there's all these dangerous type forms hidden in it. CoCA does a really good job of inviting new people in, and I think that is a really beautiful part of the organization and the gallery space itself, because that's always the hardest part of coming into a new city or even just trying to start something, is getting your foot in the door. And I feel like CoCA allowed me to do that in Seattle.